Hi children, welcome back to science class. In yesterday's class, we learnt about acids, bases and about indicators, natural indicators we learnt. Now let us learn about acidic nature. Acidic nature. The substance which give a burning sensation when touched with a base skin are acidic in nature. Which nature? For example, when a honeybee stings a person, it injects an acid in that person's skin which causes pain and irritation. Right? So see that substances that contain acid are shown on the screen. So like that we have some acids and basic nature. The substances which are soapy to touch are called bases, and which they are containing that substances which are containing basic properties are called basic in nature. As we discussed yesterday, some acids in nature we have that substances also. See, acetic acid. Acetic acid can be found in vinegar. Citric acid found in lemon and orange. Butyric acid in stale cheese. Stale means which is not fresh. Stale cheese, spoiled cheese. Lactic acid in battered milk or curd. Oxalic acid in spinach and tomatoes. Malic acid, apples. Tannic acid in tea. Oleic acid in olive oil. Stearic acid in fats. Tartaric acid in grapes and tamarind. Palmic acid in palm oil. Palmitic, not palmic. Okay, it's spelling mistake. Palmic acid, palm oil. Ascorbic acid in amla, gooseberries. Okay, Emblica fruit. And uric acid in urine. These are the acids we get in our nature, in our surroundings, and the substances where we get these acids. And the bases, let us see. The substances which are having soapy to touch are called bases, and some bases in our surroundings and nature. Lime water. Lime water in chemical name is calcium hydroxide. And glass cleaners we use for cleaning glasses, no? That liquid, it is ammonium hydroxide. Soaps, sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. The soaps which we use for bath, that soaps are prepared by using sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. And milk of magnesium, magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide. So these are the bases in nature we get, or in our surroundings. Generally we use these bases. Let us test the nature of substance. Nature of substance by doing an activity. For this activity we require a pair of tongs, magnesium ribbons, burner, watch glass. These are the required things. Now take a long magnesium ribbon. Use a sandpaper to rub and clean the ribbon. Hold the ribbon using a pair of tongs. Now burn the ribbon using a burner. Okay. By using this spirit lamp or a burner, we have to burn the magnesium ribbon. Now collect that white ash in the watch glass. After burning we get some white ash. And take some water in beaker. Dissolve white ash in it. See how it is dissolving. Now test this solution by dipping the blue and red litmus papers. When we dip blue litmus paper, there is no change. But when we dip red litmus paper, the red litmus changed to blue. Did you notice? The red litmus changed to blue. So what we can observe from this? What is our inference? In this activity we observe that the red coated litmus paper changed to blue, and when it is touched the solution, whereas the blue litmus paper is unchanged, right? There is no change, but it is changed. So what we learned? We learned that the oxides of magnesium when dissolved in water form magnesium hydroxide. They form magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is a base. So with the base there is no change in blue litmus paper, but with the base the red litmus changes to blue. For this we use this reaction Mg. Mg means magnesium solid state plus 2H2O. H2O means water molecules. Two water molecules, and magnesium plus water molecules gives rise. In gas state we are taking it, and it is forming magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide. It is an aqueous solution, and also hydrogen gas released. H2 means hydrogen gas is released. So when it is burnt, when the magnesium ribbon is burnt on flame, it is forming magnesium oxide. The oxides of magnesium is formed. When the magnesium oxide is dissolved in water, it is formed magnesium hydroxide. It is formed magnesium hydroxide. So with that, oxides of potassium and sodium when dissolved in water also, they form their hydroxides. They form their hydroxides. When these oxides are dissolved in water, they form their hydroxides. These are soapy to touch. That means they are bases. Which are having soapy touch? Acids or bases? Bases. Let us see reaction between acids and metals. Okay. Pickles and other sour substances are acidic in nature. So when they are stored in metal containers made of brass or copper, they get spoiled. This is due to the reaction between acids and metals. This is the reaction between acids and metals. So to avoid this, the inner sides of vessels made up of brass and copper are coated with tin. They are coated with tin. So here are some properties of acids and bases given. See in this table. Taste. Acids sour in taste, bases bitter in taste. Okay. And action with turmeric paper. No effect. Acids show no effect. But bases show that paper or turns the turmeric paper to red. We observed that already in yesterday's class. And action with China rose solution. Acids turns China rose solution to dark pink, whereas bases turns China rose solution to green. Acids change the light pink to dark pink. Bases change pink to green. And action with phenolphthalein. Do not give any color with acids, but gives pink color with bases. Gives pink color with bases. Next, action with methyl orange. Action with methyl orange. Gives red orange color. Which gives red orange color? Acids. Acids give red orange color, whereas bases give yellow orange color. Okay. Litmus test. Litmus test, acids change blue litmus to red. Blue litmus to red. And bases turns red litmus to blue. And action with metals. Action with metals gives hydrogen gas. Bases do not react. So naturally found acids are vinegar. Naturally found bases are lime water and soap. Lime water, soap. Let's learn about acid rains. About acid rains. How acid rains are formed? See, you can observe here. Some factories are releasing some harmful gases, right? See, acidic gases, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are released into atmosphere. So these gases carrying by the wind. These gases are carried by the wind. And that gases dissolve in rainwater to form acid rain. These gases dissolve in rainwater to form acid rains. And acid rain kills plant life, pollutes rivers and streams, and erodes stonework. Beautiful stones like Taj Mahal. What is the Taj Mahal made up of? Marble stone, right? So like that, costly or erodes stoneworks also spoiled with the effect of acid rains. So how they are formed? As the name indicates, the rain which contains excess of acids is called acid rain. Excess of acids containing rain is called acid rain. When harmful gases like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide react with moisture present in air, they form nitric acid and sulfuric acid. So these acids, when dropped down on earth along with rain, called acid rain. These rains are called acid rain. So acid rain causes skin irritation, inhibits germination of plants, causes corrosion to bridges and buildings. It changes the fertility of the soil also and destroys plants and aquatic life. So acid rains are also witnessed in Andhra Pradesh state in Visakhapatnam district. Let us know the reaction of acids and bases with metals. Reaction of acids and bases with metals through this activity. So for this activity, place a retort stand on table, adjust and fix the test tube on horizontal rod. Take about 10 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid HCl in a test tube. Now add a few pieces of zinc granules in it. Okay. Observe the surface of zinc granules. Insert one end of delivery tube into the test tube through a cork and insert the other end of the delivery tube into a glass tub. How it is arranged here, like that. Fill the glass tub with soap water. Now the gas evolved from the test tube passes through the delivery tube into the soap water. At this time, bring a lighted candle near the gas filled bubbles in the tub. Observe the reactions. What is happening? See? What happened? The gas is releasing. In this activity, we observe that a colorless and odorless gas come out of the delivery tube. Bubbles are formed in the soap solution and the gas evolved. The gas evolved burns with a pop sound. Which gas burns with a pop sound? Since the gas evolved from the tub gives pop sound near the burning candle, it is confirmed to be hydrogen gas and produced by the zinc granules and diluted hydrogen chloride solution HCl. Finally, this activity shows us that hydrogen gas evolves or released when an acid reacts with a metal. When acid reacts with metal, it gives salt and hydrogen gas. That is the acid used here, hydrogen chloride, 2HCl in aqueous solution, and metal. Here what is the metal? Zinc. Gives us ZnCl2, that means zinc chloride, salt, and released also hydrogen gas. What is the evolved gas here? Hydrogen. Okay. Next, let us learn neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. For this, take a test tube, clean it using a clean dropper and pour 10 drops of hydrochloric acid carefully in the test tube. Hydrochloric acid carefully pour in the test tube. Now add 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator solution. Phenolphthalein. Observe the color changes. Add sodium hydroxide solution drop by drop to the test tube and shake it well after adding each drop. Observe the change in the color of the solution. Keep adding the sodium hydroxide drop by drop until the color begins to turn pink. It is changed from light pink to dark pink. Once again add drop by drop hydrochloric acid to the solution mixture until the solution in the test tube becomes colorless. In this activity, we observe that there is no change in the color of hydrochloric acid while adding phenolphthalein solution. Right? While you are adding phenolphthalein solution in hydrochloric acid, there is no change. But we observe change while adding hydroxide. But it is changing the color while it is adding hydroxide, sodium hydroxide solution. It is becoming pink color. So the pink color of the mixture solution becomes colorless by adding a few drops of hydrochloric acid. While we are adding hydrochloric acid, it is becoming to colorless. While we are adding, what is that, sodium hydroxide solution, it is becoming pink color. So finally we learned that if we add excess base sodium hydroxide, to acidic solution, what is acidic solution? Hydrochloric acid. It converts to base. Similarly, we can change base into acid. So we also learned that the effect of base is nullified by an acid. When acids and bases are mixed in definite proportions, they give a neutral solution. Up to what extent we can continue this process? When adding acid to base, it is neutralizing. It is nullifying the basic nature. So when base is added to the acid, it is nullifying acidic nature. So we have to add equal proportions. When we add in a certain or proper proportions to get them nullified or to get them neutralized. This solution gives us neutral solution. Until we get neutral solution, we have to continue this process. That is, acid plus base gives us salt and water. So acid plus base gives us salt and water. Neutralization in our daily life. Our stomach produces hydrochloric acid which helps in the digestion of food without injuring the stomach. Do you know that? So in the digestion, if it is indigestion process, the stomach generates too much acid and this causes pain and irritation. We say it is gastric problem. So to get relief from this pain, people use bases called antacids. To get relief from this pain, people use bases. They are called antacids. Such antacid neutralize the excess acid in the stomach so that we get relief. That's why when we are getting some indigestion problem, so we have to take some antacid to get relief from that. Okay? Self-defense by animals and plants. When a honeybee stings a person, it injects an acid in that person's skin. Already I told you in the beginning of the class. So, which causes pain and irritation. So, washing on the stung area of the skin with a mild base. With a mild base like baking soda. Okay, when we add a mild base like baking soda, it gives us relief after washing it if you apply it. It is because baking soda can neutralize the acid injected by the honeybee owing to its basic nature. So it gives us relief. So stinging hair of leaves of nettle plant injects methanoic acid causing burning pain. To provide relief, a medicine basic in nature can be rubbed in the affected area. Such a medicine is the leaf of the dock plant, which often grows beside the nettle in the wild. Like that, the leaf of the dock plant can neutralize the acid, but we have already studied that new salts are formed by the neutralization reaction of a base with an acid. We knew that acid plus base gives us salt and water. This process is called neutralization. Okay, we have seen in the process of neutralization, both acids and bases are mixed in definite proportions, When we add them or mix them in definite proportions, they produce salt and water. It produces salt and water. We also know that the reaction between an acid and a base is known as neutralization. The reaction between acid and base called neutralization. For example, by neutralizing hydrochloric acid solution with sodium hydroxide caustic soda solution, a salt sodium chloride is produced, NaCl, which is our common salt, table salt. Okay, so production of salt. Production of salt depends on the type of acid and base. Type of acid and base. Here we have to remember all neutral solutions are not salt solutions. Sugar or starch solutions are neutral solutions, but they are not salt solutions. So we have to remember it. See how far it is helpful to the farmers. Fertile land or organic manures, how far it is helpful. In recent years, the use of chemical fertilizers increased. Though the use of chemical fertilizers increases, production it affects the nature of the soil. So some fertilizers increase the acidity of the soil and some its basicity. So thus the use of natural organic manure is preferred these days. Natural organic manure is preferred. So here salt substance, ammonium chloride. What is the effect on blue litmus paper? Ammonium chloride turns to red color. Blue litmus paper to red color. And effect on red litmus paper, there is no change because it is acid and its inference acidic in nature. Common salt. Common salt is neutralized solution, so it will be no change on any paper. On red litmus no change, even on blue litmus paper also no change because its inference neutral. What we observed? Neutral. And calcium nitrate. It is no change with the blue litmus paper but turns red litmus to blue. That means basic. It is basic in nature. So salts which change blue litmus to red are acidic salts, and salts which change red litmus to blue are basic salts. Some salts affect neither blue nor red. These are called neutral salts. These are some acidic salts, basic salts and neutral salts. Once you read them. Acidic salts, basic salts and neutral salts. And uses of acid and its use, base and its use, salt and its use. The uses of acids, bases and salts are provided in your textbook. Once again revise the lesson and twice listen the video, then you can understand the lesson. Okay children, once again revise through the lesson. Once go through the lesson, you can understand well. Thank you.